This is why a certain deva once came to the Buddha and asked a question. This deva says, if a person can travel at a very high speed in space, now today, according to the modern scientists, the highest speed is the velocity of light. That's what they say. The velocity of light is the highest speed. And that, so here the Buddha, the Deva is asking this question, if we can travel at a very high speed, will we be able to reach the end of the world? That's what was the question. The Buddha said, no, we cannot reach the end of the world by traveling at high speed. Then this Deva says, how true what you said, because before I was a Deva, I was a human being in this human world. And I was a yogi. And I had psychic powers. And with this psychic power, I could travel in space at a very high speed. He didn't speak of the velocity of light, but he said that speed he explained by saying that just in a fraction of a second, he could go from the one end of the world to the other end. That's how he showed the velocity. So somehow he had this ability to travel in space with his psychic powers. And he traveled for 100 years, he said. But at the end of the 100 years, he died. He couldn't finish the distance. So the Buddha said, without reaching the end of the world, you cannot bring suffering to an end. You have to reach the end of the world. And then he said, the world, the beginning of the world, the end of the world, and the way leading to the end of the world is in this fathom-long body itself, with its perception and conception. In other words, we are born with 5 senses, and it is through the senses that we begin to perceive a thing called a world. That is all within the body. And the world that we see as outside is actually a concept in the mind.